Is it good now? Is it good now? I'm live now. We're live now. Yes, we are.
All
right. Yellow. It's Tuga Tuesday nights. And we're back, baby. We're back after this massive round 7 in the Primera Liga. The almighty Dragons still looking perfect, still running perfect, still unbreakable. Yeah. And I don't know if they're going to get I don't know if they're gonna lose a game from now to who knows when, brother. No. Who knows when? They're looking so dang good that it's scary. It's scary how good these Lions are playing.
It's like the team of destiny.
I know my boys from Porto, especially Rui Pereira Jr. It's like Farioli, I love you, brother. I love you, Farioli. Thank you for coming to the Primera Liga. Thank you for bringing those cyborgs to the backside of the story in my team because we are rolling. We are running the table here in the Primera Liga. They won with a man down. We're going to talk about the referees, of course. And it's just Benfica. I don't know if you're ready for these guys, man. Honestly, I don't know if you're ready. You know that just say, hey, special one. You say that Chelsea was better than who? I don't know. I don't know about that, brother. I don't know about speaking of Benfica.
That's Mourinho being Mourinho.
Right,
That's what he does. Yeah,
mind games.
Yeah. He specializes in those.
You should be because on Friday Night Lights, my Gilistas, all male Gilistas, they almost snatch a point from you, and I don't know. The things are not getting together. The pieces are not gelling. I was saying that Richard is going to score lots of goals for Benfica, and then scoring an own goal today. It's just this uncertainty coming into a Clásico. It's like what makes this Clásico more crucial than ever. Now the Lions are not letting the Dragons run away. And they're only 3 points behind. Those 3 points, you know who got those 3 points from you, right, Lions? Yeah.
Those guys. Yeah, we know.
Those guys from the north.
This guy.
Those guys got 3 points out of you. So you better get ready for Braga. By the way, the Guerreros Dominio, they're looking less than a Guerrero. They were like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how this guy still has.
Can you describe this season for Braga? Yeah.
Get the white.
Yes,
I don't know.
It's a kid's goodbye, right?
Yeah,
it's like saying bye-bye, coach. Bye-bye, coach, to Braga. And oh my, what a season that we're having. I'm so happy to have you guys here. Mike D'Agostino is not here tonight. He's having issues with his voice, with his throat. But I know he's watching. Mikey, we'll send you a big hug, brother. Hope you rest those pipes, and we'll get you back next week after. I'm not gonna say that.
El Clásico.
No. Should I say that?
Maybe massive games this weekend, man.
After a potential red wedding. But anyway, I just said it. But
oh man,
potential red wedding is in the near side. All right, guys, welcome Marie Serrano, welcome Rui Pereira Jr., Mr. Derek Gomez. This is Tuga Tuesdays. Torres with you, and we're gonna kick off, of course, with the Lord Commander. Please, Mr. Pereira, go ahead. Talk about your round 7, please. How you feeling?
Feel good. Feel relieved. Right after that red card, right after halftime, it was like the 48th minute. Mm-hmm. I thought that was going to be the oh shit moment for us of the season, and 42 minutes of football to play with a man down on the road and everything like that. So when you add all those things up, it really applies the pressure for sure. But I love how resilient we were. Porto just shows once again that whatever task that is given to them, they just fulfill it We were super resilient. We didn't stop. We had the spirit. We had the fire. It seemed like we even were becoming more productive with just 10 men. One of the best plays that I've seen in a long time, collective plays from Porto, is the Francisco Moura goal, where it was 11 or 12 passes, beautiful tiki-taka football, and you've seen it at times this year. Porto are just so fluid. Farioli's got everything going right. He's hitting it out of the park with the tactics, and I think he's just instilling that DNA that Porto once had, that we lost before Sergio Conceição arrived. We got it again when he came back, when he was our coach. We lost it last season, and I think we're getting it. You just see it, even in the 90th minute, you're up 4-0, and you see Froho just running, just being aggressive with 10 men down. So I think that's so impressive. Just shows the mindset of these players. It's super infectious. The depth that we have on this team. Samu's out. Dennis Gould comes in, scores. The players are making it so much easier for our strikers to get involved and get goal-scoring opportunities. Even when Luka de Jong was healthy, he got a goal in as well when he had his moment. The team is playing lights out, and I'm so impressed with this team. It's hard to point out where we are really lacking. What is our Achilles heel? What's the con about this team? It's not the mentality. It's not the depth. It's not the tactics. Everything is looking really good. And I hope this high just continues to go on into this weekend. Actually, to this week, because we got to play against Red Star on Thursday, I think it is. And then Benfica on Sunday. Looking forward to it. What happened to the Rios? Hey, man, he scored his first Champions League goal.
Yeah,
Let's go.
It was a big goal. It resulted in 3 points.
Yeah, scored the winner today.
Jesus, man. Sorry, Mikey, you're not here, brother, but we're picking on your team, brother. But I'm so sorry, man. We just got to, no? We just got to.
And to be fair, I'm actually nervous about this weekend because, like, all highs, once Nino, you're an Ohio State fan. When the highs are high, at some point someone's got to pull you down, and usually it's Michigan. So this might be the moment, and I hope it's not. I hope the streak continues. I think the 3 points against Benfica would be perfect for us.
I hope so too, brother. I hope so too. And to this guy who wrote to me, I don't know what was his name. Hold on a second before I go to Derek and Mauricio. I forgot his name. Hey, Nino, by the way, can you say the players' names correctly? I'm sorry, brother. I'm not calling Froholt. I'm going to call him Frodo because he's the Lord of the Rings. I'm going to call Samu Biserian because he's the biggest dragon in the nation. And no, I am not doing that. By the way, I just got to say that.
Hey, it's your show. You do what you want.
To say because the other day also, this guy, somebody, hey, Nino, that number 8 from Benfica, he's no Ragnar, man. What do you mean he's no Ragnar? He's a Viking, brother. He's Ragnar. All right? Yeah. So I'm going to call him Ragnar. I'm not going to change his name until he proves me wrong. Just want to say that. Mr. Gomez.
Yes.
Mr. Gomez. Can we so give me your 30 seconds on your team, but I dedicated that goal to you, right? That goal for Lucho.
You did. Yeah. I deserve it.
I didn't mention you.
I do deserve it.
Bro. How you doing?
No, I mean, that was the highlight of the match. It was a beautifully taken goal. Maxi was involved. I thought Maxi played fantastic. I thought he was the best player on the pitch. Lucho took the goal, took the opportunity. But I am going to sort of echo back what I said in week 1. And I've said this a few times in the show, especially after the Porto game too. Sporting goes the way of 2 men, Pot and Trincão. If those 2 are not involved, if they play uninspired football, Sporting tends to play uninspired football on the whole, and I think that's what happened here. I mean, it was 3 points, super important. We're trying to keep pace with Porto. Porto seems like an unstoppable force right now. So the 3 points were absolutely critical. But from again, Mikey has mentioned this too in the past. Mikey was commenting on Benfica not playing good football, and it resulted in a loss of points. The Karabag loss, the tie with Santa Clara, the tie with Rio Ave. bad football, that football catches up to the results, so we can't continue to play like this, because we're going to lose points if we play like we did, this past weekend. Hopefully tomorrow, where I think we'll be more up for the match. We'll be a little bit more amped, we'll play a little bit more inspiring football, and hopefully that can carry over. But yeah, I mean, this game, it was worth the 3 points and very little else. There's a few silver linings, but I mean, on the whole, I wasn't, too happy with the performance, but I'm, obviously happy with the result.
You said now, Mr. Ruano, you're filling in for Mike. We want to talk about Braga with you, but we want to talk about Braga in a little bit, yes. But we're gonna talk about the Eagles first. They got the win, and that's it, right? Even though they got high performances from Sudakov, I think Sudakov played great, great game. Pavlidis was on the board, but that game, brother, that game. I mean, Lucho Esteves, he was playing naked, man. He was playing naked on the pitch at Stadio da Luz, and he almost put it off for Jimmy Vicente. How you feeling about the Eagles, Mauricio?
Well, I'll try to speak up for Mikey as best as I can. Something's going on with them playing at the Stadio da Luz. For its back-to-back games, it feels like every time they play at home, they're lacking something. Like, it's not the scariest place to go there and play all of a sudden. And I give credit to Gil Vicente. From the first minute to the end of that game, they were all over him. They came into that game looking for the 3 points, not like holding the fort like the other small teams do. Yeah. So all the credit is Cesar Peixoto. Even during the flash interview, what he said, because my cousin forwarded me Cesar Peixoto's flash interview after the game, and you could tell he felt disrespected during the week. He even said it during the interview. Not one of you's mentioned to Mourinho about Gil Vicente, how he's going to prepare for the game or anything like that. The only reason you brought up Gil Vicente is because Mourinho told you guys, yo, we're playing a good team coming in on Friday. So he already felt that disrespect, and they came in there, and they put something to their name for the rest of the league to watch out for. They put a lot of respect on Gil Vicente. Cesar Peixoto's doing a hell of a job over there. Yeah. But something's wrong with the midfield. Rios and Barinchea, they're just not linking up. It's almost like the one guy that left that's really missing there, they're really missing. I feel like it's Florentino. Like, Florentino would be their João Painha clearing up those balls for Rios and everything right now. I feel like he's the really missing piece for them in that midfield, because for some reason they're just not linking up. Even when they try to mix someone else with Rios, it's just something in that midfield. I'm just not too confident in Benfica right now. And then like Mikey said, even last week, you can't play the two strikers. So now you got a $20 million purchase sitting on the bench. And you got rid of Artuglu on the wing. That's another guy that was a creative player for you. Yeah, you have Sudakov, but now you're also missing him on the wing. And Luka Bakayu he's doing good, but you could tell he's still not 100% fitness to go to 90 minutes. So you're hoping he gets his legs. But if I'm Benfica, I'm a little bit worried is with Rios in that midfield. Something's not right there.
Right now, Rui, going back to the game with that Oka, you score early, got that first goal from Samu, and I was like, this is gonna be a massacre. But they win the entire first half only with that goal in the books, because it could have been more. But then it changes. The game changes with the red card from Martin Fernandez. And suddenly, Porto, even though they're now so focused, so extremely relentless, they got one gear up even when playing a man down.
Yeah, I felt that the foot was always on the pedal, even in the first half, even not getting that second goal. There were so many opportunities where it should have happened, and I think it was only a matter of time that we were going to score. I think the floodgates were going to come regardless. But like I said, the holy shit moment with the red card early in the second half, you're on the road and things can get really tricky. But the most impressive part, like I said, we were very, very resilient. We stuck with the plan, and the team was super focused, and we got those goals that we needed. And that was it. We were super. I think despite being down a man in the second half, I think what separated the second half to the first half, it's not the intensity. I think it's just being more clinical and just actually getting the ball into the back of the net. When you get so many opportunities, they have to come at some point, especially the chances that we were getting. First half, we got the early one. It should have been one or two more going into halftime, but the second half we were still able to get those chances, and it was all a matter of putting the ball away. I love Borja's signs. I think some Portistas are frustrated with him because he's not as dynamic as Rodrigo Moura is, but he is super simple. He's he's always well positioned. He makes the right passes. He doesn't really make mistakes. It's just his freaking finishing, man. It's for whatever reason, he just puts the ball right at the goalkeeper. And that was one of the opportunities in the first half that could have just gave us that extra cushion going into halftime. But outside of that, like he is doing really well. That's just one of the things that I picked up on him, that he's just not a very good finisher. But everything else with the team, it's just second half, we were just more clinical. We were putting our shots away compared to the first. I'm just more impressed with how we were able to be as threatening and get those opportunities despite being a man down.
Now we talked about the massive improvement on defense. We talked about the firepower. We talked about how well Porto is running all the channels and the influence of Farioli this year. But putting those aside, I wanna add this strength Porto. I think it's a key element for the season. Is that they can't take punches, right? They can't take punches, right? It doesn't matter. You got a red card, okay. You get against the wall, you are fine. Nothing seems to alter the order in Porto. It doesn't matter. You throw a storm on them, and they know how to navigate the storm. Is this the biggest strength of the team right now, Roy? Is that what you think?
Like defensively?
No. I'm saying not just defensively, right? Not just defensively, but the way that they handle the inconvenience during games, right? Just putting up example, the red card, right? You punch at them and they can take the punch. They're not scared. They're not panic. This is so well structured, Porto, man.
Yeah, I think so, and that's where I believe that the identity is back. I think whenever Porto ever had their backs up against the wall, they just never went away. Even in years when they were in third place, finishing second place, falling behind, from the top leader, we always found a way to just like crawl back or just never go away. And in games too, you see the same thing when things kind of tend to go wrong or look to go wrong, or we're not playing at our best, Porto just remaining that killer mindset. They don't panic, and it seems like when things start to become difficult, that's when we're at our calmest and we start to overcome it. We saw it with the red card in this game. We saw it against Salzburg in the Europa League. We saw it against Sporting too, because I think Sporting was the better team, and especially in the first half in that game. I thought that it was going to be a kind of like I would have been happy with a draw, but Porto was able to get 2 goals. So it seems like we become clinical and we overcome situations that seem like that aren't going right for us. So that's definitely one thing that you could probably say is our number one factor this season. I think that it stems off of so many other things. Definitely having the mindset, and you can also say the coaching, the leadership from the new players, especially the 2 center backs that just arrived, and also the maturity of other players that have been around on this team. I think there's a lot of factors that play into it.
Yes, sir. Now, Mr. Gomes, And another.
And that's a good point by Thiago in the comments.
Yeah.
Sporting and Salzburg.
No, I think that. Yeah, I mean,
He's absolutely right.
I think.
And one thing that concerns me about our defense,
What is it?
Salzburg, a couple of times in the game broke by our defense, and I think a lot of it has to do with very technical, dynamic, shifty young players that the Polish guys probably can't hack. You know, they can't contain that because they're so shifty, and the Polish guys are strong. They're super intelligent. They know where to be, and I think that's part of their fortes. They're tactically aware. They're strong. They know where to be, and they prevent players from getting into certain situations or positions to be effective. I think that's one of the pros about our two center backs. Now going up against these little shifty guys, I don't know. They broke us a couple of times, and we were very, very fortunate to not let up a goal in that game. So that's a very good point.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
I think the Salzburg game was a vintage Porto victory.
Yes.
I watched that game and I'm like, this is the Porto I remember. This is just classic Porto finding a way to win. Like,
yes, sir. Now,
Mr. Gomez, that's why it's like they look like the team of destiny. It's kind of scary.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Now, Gomez, we there's for me, there's no doubt that Morty and Pat are the best.
Yeah, and you saw in this last game
in the nation.
But
we wasn't again. It's just when they're not at their best, it's just the impact on Sporting is just it's brutal, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean we can just look at this last game. Sporting were much better in the first half. They scored the goal. I thought the first 30 minutes were a pretty good performance. We win the ball back. I thought we were more dynamic in the midfield. What happens at halftime? Morita goes off. Kochersveli comes in, and you saw a tremendous drop in quality in the second half. So it reiterates your point. I mean, when those two do have an understanding, and they have routines. They were there last year. Sporting is a much more dynamic team when Pat Morita is in there. I think he's sort of the yin to Yulman's yang. They pair well. They have different characteristics. So the two work well together. Where Kochersveli is sort of like a Morten Yulman light. Very similar game style. Obviously, he doesn't have the quality of that Morten does. So they don't complement each other as well as Morita and Yulman. But I mean, the problem there is Morita's fitness. There's serious questions about his fitness. It seems like he can't go more than 2 to 3 games without being out for 2 to 3 weeks. So I mean that's the concern. I mean it was all last year. He missed tons of time. He'd come back for a few weeks, go out for a few weeks. Every time he'd go and play for Japan, he'd come back hurt. So there are serious fitness concerns about Pat Morita. So this Kochersveli does have to he has to step up. Thus far, again I think he's a good player, but then again. There are good players playing at Vitória Guimarães. There are good players, playing at Estrela da Amadora. I think to play for a team like Sporting, Porto, Benfica, Braga, I think you have to be more than just good. So, I mean, I don't think he really has demonstrated. I think he's a good player, but I don't think he's really demonstrated yet that he's at this level. I even think, Rui Borges in a press conference also stated that he expects a lot more from Kochersveli. So, for him to say that publicly, I think that's very telling. So, I mean, that right now, I think it's an area of a concern. I think this, may open up some playing time for João Simões, who, when he came in, he looked pretty good. So, this could open up some time for him. But yeah, Absolutely. Sporting doesn't feel like Sporting, without, more and Morita in the middle. That's when they're at their best. So, I mean, I totally agree with your statement.
Super Gino is saying this, man. This Roy Borges tactics are slowing down the game down a bit too much for a team that was built for players with fast counters. Is that are you on the same boat with this or not?
It could be to an extent, but I mean, we have to look at Sporting's games thus far, and I just think this last game may be an outlier, because I mean they looked very dynamic against Moreirense. They could have scored more goals against Moreirense. In the European match, looked very dynamic against the team there from Kazakhstan. I know that they're not that great, but we looked very dynamic. We already had a game where we scored 6 goals. We put 4 against Nacional. So, and we looked very good in week 1. So I think globally, and I think we played well against Porto. I think we did well against Porto and we lost, but I think that, we played pretty well. And there were moments where, we were on top of Porto. So I think that, if you look at, Sporting as a whole this year, I mean, Sporting has scored 19 goals in 7 games. So, I mean, they're still scoring goals. They're creating opportunities. But yeah, I mean, again, obviously it's not as dynamic as it was with Ruben. I'm not saying that it is. But if you look at the whole body of work, Sporting still looks like a pretty dynamic team. That can hurt you, especially when Pot and Trincão are firing on all cylinders. And Lucho Suarez is finding his niche. So yeah, I mean, I sort of agree with this statement, but at the same time, we have to look at all the games, and for the most part, I still think Sporting have a pretty dynamic attack.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely right.
Yeah,
Mauricio, look at this. Look at what my boy Super Gino is saying here. I think Rios and Otamendi don't mesh, both on the same side, and they have history. I think carried over. Right.
They do have history. They have history.
Oh,
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, it was brought up when he first signed there. They were like, I don't know how Otamendi's going to take this guy in. They said that right away, because of the battles they had with Colombia and Argentina. They had a little, but listen, once you're on the same team, you're trying to win the same thing. I think they're perfectly fine. I think that's water under the bridge. That's what happens when you battle for your country. You're just going to go after guys every once in a while. It's going to happen. So I think I think it's more the connecting the midfield with Pavlidis and the guys up top. There's something there that's not meshing there. Like, I feel like Rios needs to be given more time with creativity to move up and everything. I feel like he's being held back with Berenchea because I feel like I don't feel like he's as talented as Rios. I've seen Rios play for Palmeiras. I know what he can do.
Me too.
I know what everybody saw what he did at the Club World Cup. He's not a scrub. He may look like it now. He may look like it now, but he's not. And I just feel like if someone like a Florentino was there who could recover those balls and be more defensive and be that anchor in front of Otamendi and Antonio Silva, an extra defender right in the middle between the two, I feel like Rios would be flourishing a little bit more, have a little bit more free reign to do a little bit offensively. I just feel like there's something not there connecting like a little triangle with the 2 midfielders and Pavlidis. There's something missing there. And I feel like Gil Vicente just exploited it. And I feel like every time they got the ball, the midfield, there wasn't one Benfica guy pressuring them. They were given the time to look up, see where Pablo was up top, and just go forward. And once the wingers got the ball, they went in attack mode. I don't know who it was. I think it was Murillo that had that ball. He cut into the middle from the right, that left foot off the crossbar. I don't think Trubin even saw that ball even coming. He's lucky that hit the crossbar.
That was a massive shot, man.
Yeah, it's just something in the midfield. Today against Chelsea, the midfield, I think Mourinho switched it up. He had Arsenis with Rios and Berenchea together, all 3 across. I think he went like a 4-3-3 today. They played a lot better. I felt like they played better today against the Chelsea side over there. And, it's hard traveling going over there. But, I feel like midfield and everything, they did play better today, a lot better than that Gil Vicente game.
Mauricio, now, huh? What did
I just think, I mean, when we're talking about, playing Gil Vicente or playing Chelsea, the motivations are different.
Yes.
I think I think that players are going to rise to the occasion. In European football, just
now what you're saying, when you just said that, and I read this today about Dedic, saying that he might be fine for the Premier Liga, but when you go to Europe, you got to step up your game. And he just did not. I didn't watch the game today, so I don't know how Dedic played today, but I think we jumped to that conclusion way too early. I mean, it's only one game. This is the first game. I don't think it's the case. I would like to see more from Dedic in the Champions League than in the Premier Liga. But again, in that game against Vicente, also Dedic and Samidor, those wing backs. I'm not going to say they are liability. No, I'm not saying that. But there's a lot of room for improvement on the wing backs, Mauricio?
Well, listen, you got to understand, the left back that they had last year was the best left back in the league in Carreras. He's a big miss for them offensively and defensively, because every time Carreras even missed the ball, his speed to get back and recover and just his creativity offensively and having a left back that can finish the way that he can, that's a big miss for them. There's a reason why he went to Real Madrid. He just didn't go to any little club, you know what I mean? He's a good player. He's a big miss. And Dahl's just not that type of player. Dahl's more defensively. When he needs to make the run or be out there offensively, he'll get there. But, that's a big miss for them. And listen, it's like Derek says, in Europe, you step up your game. And I think that first Champions League game against Karabag, they saw them coming in. They were like, oh, we don't even know where these guys are or who they are. And they didn't step up. That's going to hurt them because now they got to find those 3 points somewhere. And with their schedule, it's hard to get them because it's not going to get any easier.
Yeah.
It's not, man. It's not at all. Now, Lord Commander, your Dragons, do we know anything about Samu at this point? It was just was a strain, or do you know what happened with Samu now, or is there any additional medical report because he left the game for halftime? But
he was battling an injury during the first half, and I don't know what.
It was below his knee. Below his kneecap.
It was his knee that was bothering him. I guess he picked it up during the first half, and then at halftime, he just decided that I don't know if it was the coach or him decided for him to come off. I don't know the actual extent of the injury, but I don't think it's too severe because he was able to play on it.
Yeah, Farioli said he took him out for precaution at halftime.
Precaution,
yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah, he said that after the game. That's right, yeah.
Okay.
So, I don't think it's anything too serious.
No.
Because sometimes it happens to you when you play ball, right? You just your leg goes in one direction and knee, you feel that going sideways, right? Like, oh, yeah, and then you're just okay. But
Nino, also, that field isn't the greatest field. So you want
I know. It's like
that's not what Farioli said after the game. I don't know if you guys caught that. He says this is one of the best fields in the entire league. So
is that what he said?
and he said congratulations to them for that. Like after whooping their ass for nothing, he's like congratulations for that.
Well, he didn't like.
Oh my God, dude.
He didn't like Salzburg.
This is insane. Hey, so first goal for Dennis, right? I think it was the first touch, right? What's in the first touch, right?
Yeah.
I think so, right?
Yeah.
He got in and boom, touched the ball, boom. Got into the back of the net, and that's a fantastic feeling for a team, for a coach, to know that your bench. You look at your bench, and you can trust what you have in the bench.
Yeah, Farioli spoke about it afterwards. The goal was well deserved, even in the couple of other games that he played this season. He played really well and was impactful, and he was happy that he was able to get a goal in this game. And it's great to see that Porto are able to get their strikers chances this year. Luke de Jong got a goal earlier in one of the games. Samu's just just waiting for the ball. We're just feeding him the ball, and he's just putting them away. And it's good to see that when he comes out and we need a goal, we're down a man, he steps up and gets that goal. He finds himself in the right position. He read the play really well. The communication is so great with this team, and the understanding of one another also. So it's huge for him. I'm happy for him. He's a huge prospect, young player. So he's an exciting player for the future. So I'm happy that he got his goal.
And also the other players coming off the bench. Everybody came in high notes. Alberto Costa, Saidu, Pablo Rosario. Everyone jumped on the pitch, and they sustained the level. You don't see the difference.
I think the substitutions and the adjustments mid-game have been almost close to perfection. It seems. I think one of the listeners last week mentioned, like, oh, why aren't we seeing more substitutions made in the 58th minute? And that's the minute that he's always making substitutions. He's not afraid to make them at halftime. He makes almost all of them before the 70th minute mark. He wants to get the rotation going. So players are being subbed out, so they're not being worn out completely. And it seems like every single substitution that he makes, you feel the impact of that player. Pablo Rosario comes on, and he contributes to that goal, to Francisco Moura's goal, I believe it was. Dennis Gould comes on, scores. Alberto Costa comes on, assists. I think Alberto Costa's played 5 games, and he's assisted in 5 games.
I think so, too. I think so.
And he's been so impactful. So it's I don't know what this is. I don't know if we're super high or Farioli is just a magician. But I mean, this ride is really, really long right now. So, and I'm loving it, and hopefully it just continues. There's so much to talk about how well things are going with Porto. I haven't really seen, even in 2022 when we last won it. I think that was a better team than this one. It ended up becoming a better team throughout the season, but there were still some issues with that team. And this team, it just feels just so complete, so deep, and players are doing it right. But we can only have that conversation if it was better than 2022's team, if this continues and we win. But right now, it's been stress-free. And I've been living under so much stress the last 3 years watching Porto play every weekend. And it depressed the hell out of me. And now I'm happy that we're doing all right.
Mr. Gomez, so your team, back to your Lions. They managed to generate half of the shots that they create per game. Only 9 shots in this game. Was that just what we just talked about the Pat and Morty, or what else is going on with that lack of generating shots? Not just opportunities, but shots.
I think there's there are a couple of things we can look at. We can sort of touch upon the lack of Morty going out, and the Morita going out at halftime and replacing with a less dynamic player, Kochesvili. I do think the main reason was, you look at the game, I mean, Porto was a non-factor. He was non-existent. Porto, we've seen this a couple of times this season, so it's a little troubling because this is happening. This is not the first time it's happened, where he just sort of, he's just not involved. He's just sort of just non-existent in the game. And he's such an important part of that attack. So when he's when he's not playing well, when he's not getting involved, then you had to Ninkau, another uninspired performance from Sporting was Francisco Ninkau. He's our number 10. He plays in that position. The ball goes through him. So if he's not able to penetrate, if he's not able to find those passes, then we're a less dynamic attack. You saw him start to, sort of cheat towards the right side so he can come in, with his left foot, because he just was not able to get it going through the middle. We also saw a very uneven performance from Kenda. I thought Kenda, has been playing well over the last few weeks, and I don't think he was as good in this last game. So you put all of those, you take all those factors. So this less than stellar performances, and Morita not coming back for the second half, and you're gonna have a game like this. The only thing we can, I mean, though the performance in the second half was not good, I don't think we created a real opportunity to score in the second half. I always felt that we had the game under control. That's the one thing I'll say.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
don't think Estoril really never came out of their shell. They defended with the back five, the entire match. I think they sort of kept that low to medium low block throughout the entire game, even though they were trailing since I think the 14th minute or something. So they were trailing for 75, 80 minutes, yet they still elected to just hang back, soak up pressure. I mean, they did a great job of nullifying Sporting. I don't think Sporting were able to penetrate them, but they were trailing, and they never really got out of their shell. They never really looked to tie the game. So Sporting, it just seemed like Sporting was, we're not playing inspired football. We're content to just control this thing and see it out and win 1-0. That's just the sense that you got there in that second half. I'm an engaged Sporting fan, but for people that are neutrals or for guys that are not as engaged, yeah, it was a snoozer. It was a snooze fest. I'm sure people would fall asleep watching that one. But yeah, I mean, I think that outlining those issues, guys that underperformed, that did not have the performances that they're capable of having, is the main reason for for what happened this past weekend. But I'll echo what I said earlier. Hopefully, this is an outlier. We're going to find out tomorrow, and then we got Braga over the weekend. So we're certainly going to find out if if this match was just sort of an outlier. We may have been looking ahead to these big matches.
The Braga game?
What's that?
The Braga at Alvalade? The Braga game.
The Braga is at Alvalade. Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, another that and then just touching upon that could have been another factor here. We could have been looking ahead. As a possibility. We're looking ahead. We got Napoli, we got Braga.
It's a possibility.
You will take care of Estoril. So it's always dangerous when you look ahead. I hate looking ahead.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Don't ever do that, and we know that, and I'm saying
points are precious. Points are precious.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Golden points, brother. Golden points, because remember, you don't win this championship, you don't win this Primera Liga, beating the class, because you're winning these games. You're doing it by winning in the islands,
absolutely.
In Gil Vicente's turf.
100%.
All right. So, so that point, I don't care if it's not pretty or not, man. I got my big ass 3 points. Yeah. Looking into the Clásico coming in this weekend. Mauricio, so Mourinho arrives to Benfica. It's all the hype. It's the special one. But we haven't seen nothing special from Benfica yet. I'm not demanding that, because the guy just been three games into the job. But I think that eventually he's gonna find he's gonna find the formula for this team. And I think he got the pieces. The only thing is he's figuring it out. He's figuring it out how, where, and who is playing, and I think eventually he's gonna find it. All right, and once Mourinho finds the way, Benfica is gonna start rolling. Of course, my boy here, Lord Commander, he doesn't want Mourinho to find the team this coming weekend. It could be. What do you think, Mauricio?
No guarantee he'll find it.
I kind of agree with you. You do have to give him time. He's trying to figure out what formation he can use, what is the best formation with the players that he has. You do have to give him a little bit. He did jump in. Usually Mourinho goes and asks for the players that he wants for the system that he plays. And he wasn't able to do that here at Benfica. He jumped in with what they have. So you do have to give him a little bit of time. But he doesn't have a lot of time. Like Mikey will tell you, October's coming up quick. And there's a big date coming up in October with these elections. So you might think he has time, but it depends on who also becomes president at that time as well. So he can say all he wants, but he better pick it up quick, because this game this weekend, now that he said what he said after this game with Chelsea, I feel like he shouldn't have said what he said, saying, Chelsea's a better team than Porto. Whether they are or whether they're not, that's not the right time to say that when especially they are your next opponent coming up this weekend. If you want to say that and you don't see Porto for another month, that's fine. You don't say within a couple days when you got to go play them. And on top of it, you got to go to the Dragão. So you're probably going to get a real nice welcoming party when you get there. Villas-Boas already said it to him. Like, listen, I'm already not happy that he went over there. So he's already going to get a nice little welcome when he gets there. But like I said, they did look better today. Do I think they're going to come out and play better? To be honest with you, I don't know. I still get flashbacks of what happened Friday with Gil Vicente, because it just doesn't seem like the same Benfica that teams are used to being afraid of or play with them head to head. All of a sudden, all these teams are coming to the Stadio Luz, and they're giving them their all, and they're struggling with it. And I feel like they're going to struggle with Porto. I feel like Porto's high press is going to get to them. I really do. Their high press, like Roy has said, the best thing about Porto, they are constant. They are non-stop, foot on the gas. They don't know how to stop. They don't have a brake pedal. They're just keep on going. And I don't know if Benfica is going to be ready for that coming from a Champions League game with Chelsea giving it their all and everything. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's going to be a big game this weekend.
Absolutely.
Mr. Lord Commander, about these words from Jose and about what happened in the last Clásico back in April. How do you feel about this Clásico coming up? And you mentioned that you worry about those flaws from your two defenders, from your two cyborgs. But how do you feel about this Clásico coming in, man?
I'm actually feeling pretty good about this one. I think Benfica's got a lot of figuring out to do. I think Mourinho has a lot of things that he has to clear up, and I don't know if he's been there long enough. He didn't have a transfer window to work with. He's got what he's got, and he's got to make some magic out of it. On the flip side, Mourinho's been in big games so many times with teams that were never very good. Even when he was at Manchester United, he managed to beat Manchester City the year that they became champions and, set their championship back. Yeah. And I'm not saying this is it's the same exact thing with Benfica. Benfica is very much still in the title race. It's way too early, but in games where he is the underdog, he's been able to flip the switch and walk away with 3 points. Could be on the road, could be at home. It doesn't matter. One thing about Mourinho that he hasn't really lost is being a pretty good man manager. Even at his time at Tottenham, despite not being the best, not playing as well, Tottenham, he was able to get the best out of some players. And that's what he's still able to do. And in big games, there's very few managers that can motivate a group of players to leave absolutely everything on the pitch, good or bad, in form. He can get the most out of them in just one game. He can give the team a reason to be motivated and give their absolute best. And sometimes that's what a team just needs in a big game like this. So I feel good. I think better than I usually do, but there's always that possibility that Benfica can just have the upset, sneak in a draw, whatever it is. Porto just have to stick to their plan on this one.
Yeah, just keep the way
hoping
going.
And hoping that Farioli doesn't become like Pep Guardiola at times, where he overthinks a big game and changes everything. And then that's why he lost. That's why he went so long without winning a Champions League, from Barcelona all the way to Manchester City. Bayern, he should have won. It's because he always changed everything in the big game and didn't stick to the plan. So I think Farioli, just stick to the plan. Doesn't matter who it is. Just stick to the plan. Do not change a goddamn thing. You just stick to it. Will Mourinho park the bus?
I agree with Thiago.
I agree too.
With Thiago.
I
think he likes
that.
I
think so. I think he's going to be super conservative in the beginning.
He's going to counter.
He likes
Yeah.
it.
Counter.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's going to slow things down for
Porto's
sure.
going to go after him. This is what he wants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. But I think Porto needs to get that first half goal to just get them out of that parking the bus mode and be like, oh, listen, we have the lead now.
Come here and play, brother.
Here's the ball. You take it. Let's see what you can do. And it's probably going to be a disaster if that's the case. Because I think if Porto get ahead early, it's really going to make things difficult for Benfica. Because then you have to rely on them to play at their absolute best with the ball against Porto's press, against the two Polish hammers back there who've been great. It's going to be a lot. Benfica's hope, I think, is to frustrate Porto.
Yes.
Get them out of the scoreboard in the first half and hope that they can get on the counterattack. And they're capable of it. Benfica has good players. Regardless how dysfunctional they may be or what their fans say, how dysfunctional their fans say that they are, they're capable of getting on the counterattack, forcing a mistake, and getting a goal that way. So there's a lot that can go on in this game, and I think Mourinho is going to start off slow, hoping that he can get a first half goal or just go into the break scoreless and then go from there afterwards.
Yeah,
I think that's what we're going to see.
Yeah. It's been 5 goals in the last 3 El Clásicos, man. 5 goals in the last 3 El Clásicos. 5-0 for Porto, 4-1 for Benfica, 4-1 for Benfica. 3 games in a row like that, 3 Clásicos in a row like that.
No, I'm just kidding. It's not surreal.
Is it going to be a shootout or what? Huh? You think it's going to be a shootout, Mauricio?
Are we doing predictions?
No.
Not yet. But
I can't see that being a shootout.
Huh?
No.
I don't think it's going to be a shootout.
No.
No.
I think Benfica.
Make sure it's not going to be a shootout.
Yep.
I think if Benfica wins this game, it's going to be like a 1-0. 2-1 game, and I think if Porto wins, it's going to be about like 3-1, 3-0. I think that's how it's going to go.
If Porto wins, it's going to be a victory. But if Benfica wins, it's going to be more like a hard-fought game. That's how.
I think so.
Gomez, Mr. Gomez. So talking about now we passed the round 7. Now we can think ahead because that's the next game is tomorrow. But in the league, do you feel better playing before the El Clásico than after the El Clásico? Because you feel like you can put the pressure on the Dragons, or will you prefer going after?
No, I've always preferred playing first. Yeah, because you don't want the result of another opponent to sort of influence your match. So I always enjoyed playing first. I think that's the mentality a lot of teams agree with. I like to think. So yeah, it's you're playing. The other guys haven't played yet. That has no influence on your game yourself. If Porto Benfica had played beforehand, we could be walking into that match 6 points behind Porto. I think that puts a little bit more pressure on us. Or if Benfica somehow wins, then we have an opportunity to tie Porto. So I'd prefer to just I don't want that results to figure into our match. So I like the fact that we're playing first.
I know we're not doing the predictions yet. We're going to do it in a couple minutes, but I'm going to go with my prediction on this this Clásico in the Haddad Balade. I think Sporting is going to destroy Braga and they're going to sack their coach. That's my prediction for this game. That's how I feel it's going to be.
He's lucky.
I think Braga is going to go after Cesar Peixoto.
Braga, what again?
Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if they pay out the Gilistas to buy out Peixoto's contract. I wouldn't be surprised.
No.
Ooh, I think he's the hot commodity. I really do.
Oh yeah, Peixoto.
Yeah. I think Peixoto's the hot commodity. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do that. If they pay out a buyout clause and
Please, no. My Gilistas.
I
No,
know
please.
it would ruin
No.
his beliefs. It would.
Breaking Nina's heart.
Breaking my heart, man. So no Fujimoto, no Peixoto. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, brother. What is this? What
Yeah.
is this? It's a conspiracy against my team because I
Yeah,
said
but
that
I
I like
think that this
Is
this
this what's
game
happening
is
now?
like this game is a do or die for Braga's coach.
Oh my!
I hope they don't fire him until after November 2nd.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that. You know that's coming. Now, Mauricio, so how you feel about this Clásico, man? I asked Rui, and I'm gonna ask you. I would love to ask Mikey, but he's not here. But so what do you think about this Clásico, man? Is this how you feel when
I don't
Benfica's
know.
coming into?
I keep going back and forth. Before he made those comments before the game, I actually did think Mourinho was going to go in there, and he was going to be the guy that finally took points from Porto this season. I really thought that. But now I don't like the comments that he did. I feel like it's going to get to the Porto locker room. It's going to get to the players and all. I don't like that he did that. But I do agree with Thiago. My whole mindset was I thought he was going to put a defensive game and try to hold it to, like Roy said, a 0-0, or try to get that first goal somehow so he could hold them in. I really do feel like he's going to play a little ticky-tack defensive game over there at Porto. And I think he's going to want this as a slow-paced game. Don't be surprised with all the tackling, with Rios and stuff. There's going to be some ticky-tack fouls. I'm telling you this right now. I feel like he's going to go in there, and he wants to slow-pace the game. He knows how Porto is, always on the gas pedal, moving forward, and he's going to want to slow the game down. And I feel like that's the best bet. I feel like Porto, you can probably get them on a counter, but it's hard. You know, like those defenders that Roy has back there on his team, they've been solid, real solid. And anytime anybody's tried to counter, Bednarik is just cleaned it up like it's no one's business.
7 clearances in the last game.
Yeah, he's just been cleaning up everything. And listen, he's been a top player in the Premier League for a reason. And he may not be on the top clubs, but he was playing on good teams, on top teams in the Premier League against good clubs all those years. So he knows what he's doing. And he's been their best signing, like hands down from what they had last year. So right now, listen, I can't speak for Mikey, but if I'm Mikey, I'm like back and forth. I don't know what to expect. After what you saw Friday and then coming back today, you don't know what you're going to get. You really don't. You hope you can get something out of it because you need to, just to get the locker room going and believing in Jose. Because listen, all of us know he's a great motivator. That's the best part about him. He always has been. He gets his guys on his side to follow him through a burning house somehow. But that's the type of coach he is. So if he can go into Porto and pull this off, then he has the whole backing of the team. And I think that's something that he needs. So I feel like this game is more on Benfica than even it is on Porto. I think it's more on Benfica. So we'll see what happens.
Right now, I got to tell you this, right? My boy Andrew asked me at the beginning of the show, and what's up with all that hype with Richard Rios? You're going to find out on Sunday. You will find out.
Okay, that's a bold statement.
All right?
You're calling yourself.
Oh, man.
I'm telling you that. All right. He's going to be so, I'm telling you, this guy is hyper competitive, man. And he's gonna step up big time in the Clásico. And that's when you're going to tell me, and you're right about this guy. I don't know about the outcome of the game. All right. I'm not saying that Richard Rios is going to make Benfica win the game. No. But he's going to step up big time, especially after that own goal that he got in the Champions League. He's going to come back even bigger and better than ever to play Porto. All right. And get ready for Richard Rios' show at Dragao. And also, Rui mentioned the flaws from the defense. And I think the key is going to be there for Benfica. The connection, Richard Rios, Luque Bacchio. If those two get on board, get in sync, they can make something happen for Benfica at Dragao. We'll see what happens in the Clásico, but I think one thing I'm certain is that Richard Rios is going to have a big-ass game on Sunday, man. I'm telling you that, guys. Now, with that said, I'm going to go into the predictions. Where are my games? Jesus crap. Where'd it go? Hold on, matches. Where's it? Friday. Gonna kick off with Friday, guys. Casapia versus Estoril.
Let
What do
Roy
you
go
say?
first.
What do you...
Oh,
we know what. We know what
Casapia. I'll be nice this time. 3-0. I'll be nice today.
3 or no 5 today. All right, I like that. Mauricio,
I'll go 2-1 Casapia.
2-1 Casapia. Derek,
I also think Casapia is going to win 2-1.
I want to say 1-1. I want to say 1-1 with this one. Going on Saturday in the island, Nacional versus Moreirense. Holy crap, man!
Wow, Moreirense.
Man, I'm going with Nacional. 2-1 Nacional.
Really?
Mauricio, wait.
Wow. I'm going to go 1-1.
1-1. Okay, all right. Rui?
I'll go 2-1 Moreirense.
2-1 Moreirense, with my boy Guilherme Schettini scoring. I think got one of the 6 guys that got 5 goals this season so far, man. Derek Gomez, what do you got?
I'm going to agree with Mauricio again. I think it's going to be 1-1.
All right. Oh, you know my prediction for this one, right? Gil Vicente versus Strela da Amadora. All right, I'm going to go last because you know my prediction. Mauricio, what do you think on this one?
I'm going to go 2-0 Gil Vicente.
Yes. Rui?
Same score, 2-0. I think maybe it could be 3. Gil Vicente is going to be really pissed off, and they're just gonna. I think I'll go 3-0 on this one. I think they're just gonna let it rip. They need to take their anger out on someone after not coming away with at least a point against Benfica. So let's go 3-0.
Yeah, Gomez.
I'm going to go 3-1. It's going to be
3-1. I want to say 3-1 too on that one. I want to say 3-1. A brace from Pablo, one gorgeous set piece from Lucha Esteves. That's it, man. That's all I want. All right. All I want for Christmas. ABS versus Alberca.
ABS versus Alberca. Okay.
Man, I think
Nino's got that game.
This is tricky, man, because he could be.
They're both really bad.
Yeah.
Alberca's in 13th place. That's not going to last.
I know. Nail on this one, man. No goals. That's it. No goals. Mauricio?
I'm going to go 2-1 Alverca.
2-1 Alverca. All right. Rui?
Let's go 3-3 here. How about that?
I like that.
Let's go with that.
Okay. All right. I like that. Gomez?
I think Alverca pulls it off 1-0.
1-0. All right. Okay. Yeah. Victoria Guimarães versus Santa Clara.
Oh, okay.
There are going to be goals, but I don't think it's going to be a winner. I want to say 2-2 on this one. Mauricio?
Is the game in Guimarães?
It is.
Yes.
I'll go 1-0 Vitória.
1-0 Vitória. Rui?
I'll go 2-1 Vitória.
2-1 Vitória. Gomez?
I'm going to go 1-1. I'm not liking Vitória so far this year.
I know. Me neither.
Just something doesn't feel right over there. They don't, they don't look like Vitória yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we go now into Sunday. Early bird. Arouca versus Famalicão at the Municipal de Arouca Stadium. Mr. Gomez, what do you have on this one?
I'm going to go with that's kind of a tough one. But yeah, I think Famalicão pulls it off. I think they win 2-1.
Mauricio?
I agree with Derek. Famalicão 2-1.
2-1, all right. Rui?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Famalicão. I think they drew the last 2 games, right?
Yeah,
I think so.
So I think they need a win, and they're good. So I'll go with them on this one. I'll go 2-1 as well.
Yeah, I mean they're winless in the last 3, huh? Back-to-back draws and 1 loss for Fama. But yeah, they're gonna bounce back. think we can bounce back. Mauricio, you say yours? No. Good.
Yeah. I said with Derek and Roy 2-1.
Yeah, it's 2-1.
I want to say also 2-1 Fama. 2-1 Fama. Ooh, we're going on to the Rio Ave. Rio Ave versus Tondela.
Oof.
I'm sorry, Tondela. You're going to get crushed. I'm going to say 3-0, man.
Really?
I say 3-0. 3-0 on this one.
I don't think Rio
Yeah.
hasn't won a game yet.
Yeah, but I think they're gonna
They're
win.
going to win.
Yeah.
They're going to win. They
know,
will
man.
win.
I mean,
think so,
Tondela
too.
just went to the island and pulled
And
it
won.
off.
Yeah, and won.
They went to the island
So
and
it's a
pulled it
score
off.
for Rio Ave then.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 3-2 Rio Ave.
Dan Mosmo. What you got, Mauricio?
I'm actually gonna go 2-1 Tondela.
Oh,
Wow,
oh,
that's
I
the
like that.
surprise.
I
pick
feel
of
like
the-
Rio Ave is struggling to score goals.
Yeah, there's a problem. They scored at the Stade de Luz.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
What do you got, Gomez?
I think it's gonna finish 1-1.
1-1. Roy, do you say yours? No.
Yeah, I got. What did I say? 3-2 Rio Ave.
3-2.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3-2.
Yeah.
3-2. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a 3-0 Rio Ave. All right. Uh-huh. The big games now. Sporting Braga. Gomez, what do you have?
I'm going to go 2-1 home team.
Who's scoring the goals for your team, Gomez? Who's scoring the goals for you?
You're making them
Sorry,
nervous.
go.
It's going to be. I think it's going to be. Lucho and Porto.
All right.
It's
He's
Lucho and
trusting
Porto.
finally.
Yeah, I'm
his
sorry.
striker,
He's
Huh?
starting to melt
He's
my
getting
cold
convinced,
heart.
huh?
Yeah. He's starting to melt my cold heart. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Mauricio, what do you got?
I got Sporting 2-0. I just don't know how this Braga coach is still there. He has not won a league game in a month. His last league win was in August.
Taking into account that Salvador is the president, and I know. I'm
And you
shocked too.
fired last year's coach after one game or before the first
Yeah.
game, but this guy's there and hasn't won a game in a month.
Yeah, and then they make this heavy investment in that Pau Victor. I mean, what has he done?
Yeah,
So?
and he came off the bench, and
Yeah, that was the biggest investment in team history. Yeah.
Yep.
You sent the fever, brother. John, did you
But
send
I'm
the
gonna
fever?
go 2-0 Sporting.
2-0 Sporting. Roy?
I'm gonna go 1-1.
Oh,
That one
could happen. That certainly could
Tell
happen.
me what you want. Tell me what you think. Don't tell me what you want. This is what you want. Tell me what you think, brother.
I can't picture Braga going it over an entire month without winning a game. Well, actually, that's a draw's not gonna win. But
Well, in October,
yeah, you know what? Maybe I'm gonna go with a draw on this one. I don't know why. I just feel like it's just gonna be a draw.
All right.
It could be.
Yeah.
I think
Especially
Braga,
depending on what happens
I think
tomorrow.
Braga getting a point can save what's his face, Vicens. What's his name?
Yeah, Vicens.
Carlos.
Or something,
Vicente. Carlos,
Whatever.
Carlos Ben.
I think a draw is acceptable if
Yeah.
you were
Well,
Braga's
I think they gotta play. They gotta
administration.
play Thursday, right?
They go to Scotland on Thursday.
They got.
Celtic.
Yeah. So we're
Yeah.
fortunate there. But
Yes.
Ooh,
I don't know. Maybe he'll be fired, but before the weekend, and
maybe.
Bruno
maybe.
Lage takes over or someone like that. Who knows?
no,
I don't
Yeah,
know. Maybe
well,
David Chicago comes in.
I'm gonna stick with 1-1 on this one.
1-1. All right. I'm gonna say 3-1 Sporting on this one.
there you
3-1.
go, Nino.
I'm gonna
They
say
beat
that one. Yeah.
Yo, tell Thiago they beat Feyenoord, but they lost the Nacional at home. So listen, it is what it is.
That cancels it out. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, guys. Now the El Clásico. The El Clásico. Gomez, what do you got?
I'm gonna go 2-1 Porto, and it's just gonna be. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a nice, hard-fought match, I think. Yeah, Mourinho's gonna have something up his sleeve.
Mauricio, what do you got on this one?
I keep going back and forth. I feel like the schedule, that Thursday game, might play a little bit into this, especially since Farioli keeps running out the same starting 11. I was thinking Mourinho was going to go in there and do something, but I keep going back. I feel like it's going to be 1-1, and I feel like Porto gets a goal late to tie it up.
Wow.
Okay. All right. Lord Commander?
I'm gonna go 3-1 us.
3-1.
I think if Porto wins this game, I mean, it could go either way, but I think if Porto wins this game, that would be the score.
I want to say that we're going to see 5 goals again, but no 5-0, 4-1. No. I'm going with the most exciting combination, which is 3-2 Porto. 5 goals on this game. 3-2 Porto, and make it more interesting. It's going to be a late goal. Make a late goal. Adragao. Baby.
Roy, are we the only team that scored on you guys in the league?
Yeah, but it was
an own goal.
It was an own goal.
Yeah, so no one still has
an own goal. Yeah, it's an own goal.
No one.
Europe. Yeah.
No one
on the opposite on the opposition has scored against us.
No. That's incredible.
All right, so I'm going to answer this question.
I was kind of hoping Oroka would score this past weekend because
to break that off.
It never looked like they were going to.
No.
Honestly, that's why I put the 3-1. I'm hoping that like the goal that Benfica scores doesn't really like kill us. So the Benfica's going to score this weekend. So that means Porto better score.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You better outscore them. I was saying now how you dealing now with
Harry Potter
so many times.
Mora's going to score that third goal, right? My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
It's all right. So good. So to answer to Thiago before we go, I was mad at the beginning of the season because why you benching the kid? But then I trust the coach, man. I trust the coach on his decisions.
Yeah.
And,
0 goals.
And,
that's why.
And who knows? Probably he will start for Sunday, right? Probably he's saving the energy from this kid for playing on Sunday, right? So yeah. So
I think you might see some different. I think we can see William and Rodrigo Moura play in this game, starting right off the rip, and those are 2 fresh legs.
Yeah,
and I wouldn't mind seeing that. So that's having this depth, good rotation, and he's not burning players out through 90 minutes. He uses all of his subs. He makes subs early, kind of keeps the players fresh and rotated. So maybe the fatigue isn't really going to get to us in this game. Maybe it could, depending how the game goes on Thursday. But I think we might see I think Martin Fernandes being suspended for next Sunday means that he's going to play this game on Thursday. And I'm fine with Costa being at right back. So I think there's some options that we can work with. And I think we'll be all right in terms of the fatigue.
Yeah, I think so too, man. I think so too. Guys, we're past the 60 minutes a little bit, but always having fun here with you guys. And best to the I can't say best to the both teams, but I just hoping that we have a massive El Clásico on Sunday, because I'm gonna be calling that one, baby. You know it.
Yeah,
so,
right.
Thank you, Derek. Thank you, Mauricio. Thank you, Rui. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Have a good night, guys.
Talk about El Clásico. Thank you, guys.
See you guys.
All right,
see you next week.
See you next week.